If you want a competition-worthy chili recipe with 25 ingredients and 15 steps, this ain't it. But with the weather turning chilly, you need a quick chili you can make on a weeknight in about half an hour. Just enough time to whip up some freshly baked honey cornbread, too. Alright, we'll get started with that aforementioned honey cornbread by cracking 1 egg into a bowl, adding in a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, about a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of honey. All the exact ingredient amounts and the directions will be down below in the description, as always. About a 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 cup each of all-purpose flour, and plain ground yellow cornmeal. We'll go ahead and add in 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and finally 1 cup of whole milk. Go ahead and whisk all of this to combine, and don't be obsessive about having to overmix this. Just want to make sure everything is nice and homogeneous. A couple of lumps in there are okay. Go ahead and grease up 1 cake pan or 1 9x9 baking dish with some butter, lard, or oil. Dump in all of your dough, and then pop this into an oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Optionally, you can drizzle on a little extra honey before it goes in for a nice golden brown crust. About 25 minutes later, we're going to pull it out. Looks perfect. Toothpick comes out clean. That's good to go. On to the chili. I've got 1 pound of somewhat lean ground beef, 90-10, 85-15. We're going to put that in a skillet over medium-high heat. And I'm telling you, a potato masher does a wonderful job of breaking up ground beef into a nice fine crumble. Just go ahead and cook that for 5 to 7 minutes over medium-high heat until it is mostly cooked through. Optionally, you can drain out any excess fat, but mine didn't have too much, so I'm adding in 1 small diced onion and 1 bell pepper that's been diced. Cooking those for 5 to 7 minutes as well until they are nice and softened. And then about 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of chipotle chili powder, plus of course salt and pepper to taste. We'll go ahead and get that in and wake up all of those dried spices in that beef fat. Next up, for richness and depth of flavor, a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. Cook that out for 1 to 2 minutes. And then for our liquids, we're going to need about 8 ounces of tomato sauce, 1 15-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes, 1.5 cups of beef stock or broth, and 1 can of kidney beans that's been drained and rinsed. Go ahead and stir all of that to combine, bring it up to a simmer, taste it for seasoning, and add salt and pepper as needed, and then just lid it up and simmer it over medium-low for at least 15 minutes, but up to an hour. You can always pop the lid off and let it reduce slightly if you want a thicker chili. That looks just about perfect to me. So we'll bowl some up, add in a nice wedge of that sweet and savory honey cornbread. I'm going to put down a little pre-grated cheddar blend here, followed by a dollop of sour cream for that nice cool contrast. And let's give this a taste. Oh, sour cream overboard there. Anyways, again, not a ton of complex ingredients or anything too crazy here. We've made other types of chili on this channel, but I wanted to show you one that you can bring together on a weeknight that is still super satisfying, rich, beefy, hearty, and filling. This cornbread is delightful. Perfect crumb. Nice golden brown, crunchy, crusty exterior, super soft interior. That sweetness pairs wonderfully with the smoky chili flavor in the chili. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely give this one a try next time you're craving a warm bowl of ground beef chili. But whatever you do, just go make something delicious.